Hi, Wanderers. This is Casey with the Wondering Dutchmen. Today's episode number 124 is brought to you by our friends at Bob's Liquors. Established in 1970, Bob's has been serving Southern Indiana with quality beer, wine, and spirits. Bob's has a wide selection of domestic, craft, and imported beers ready for your purchase. Whether you need them cold or are stocking up, Bob's has your flavor. Bob's also boasts an excellent selection of your favorite bourbons, as well as the latest craft brews. With one location in Ferdinand and another location right here in Holland, Bob's is ready to serve you. If you don't see something in the store that you want, give Josh a call at 812-536-2223, and he'll work to get it for you. 812-536-2223 is Josh's number at the Holland Bob's Liquors. If you don't see it on their shelves, it's more likely than not he can get it for you.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast,
where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast, coming to you from Smokers Lounge.
Welcome back, Wanderers, for episode 124.
1, 2, 4.
Gonna come out, let's see, tomorrow is the 7th, so the 14th.
Yeah, that's
Holy
7
smokes.
plus 7 is 14.
That's right.
Pretty good math there.
Mm-hmm. 1 week after Good Friday.
Yeah, this is true. So we're recording on April 6th. Tomorrow is April 7th. We've got the mammoth interview of all interviews.
To date.
Of to date.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got some more
Yeah.
we're going to be chasing. But
yeah.
we are super excited.
I hope we nail
And
that. I hope we nail it.
Hey, future us, we nailed it. Nice job, guys.
Yeah,
Also, future Arlo has completed his 10K.
Hopefully.
He is still alive. And future Chase is still not sober from celebrating for qualifying for
That's right.
Let's go!
Chase.
That's what we're going for.
I cannot wait. Future me is probably going to have a blast at his first marathon experience. But like present
Future me is going to be hungover.
but like present me, I am absolutely ecstatic about going to a marathon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. What we
Never
do-
been.
I want to see the looks on people's faces
When
when,
they
our
see
three
us.
big asses come strutting through there with our tub of daggone icy hot.
oh,
or
yeah,
whatever.
which, by the way,
Biofreeze.
We got
Biofreeze, which we
That's
got to
right.
get that. We got to stop tomorrow and get that.
we'll get
somewhere.
that at Costco on the way up.
Yeah.
So we are going
Hell
up.
yeah.
We are recording an interview in a hotel, which
We're going to make it
Real
work.
class.
turns
Classy.
out great. And then, we'll be rooting on our buddy Chase.
That's right.
And Arlo.
And Arlo.
And Arlo.
And
yeah,
Arlo.
Arlo's a big part of the cog. He's a big, big wheel of that deal there.
Tight spoken wheel.
That's right.
How's your week?
Oh, my God. It's rained a bunch. It's
Yeah.
completely wrecked my softball practice plan.
Oh, gosh.
I had to cancel practice, which is a huge detriment at 8-year-old girls softball because, like, practice is key when it comes to...
I think that's the case for any age of softball or baseball.
Because I told my parents that play for the Scrapyard Dogs, which that's our team name.
Yeah,
we are the
Scrapyard
Scrapyard
Dogs.
Dogs.
Got that dog in him.
I told all the parents in the initial parent meeting that I expected nothing but utter domination.
Oh, boy.
That winning was only option, losing was not. Mm-hmm. So when we miss practices, it's not good.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
But other than that, cleaning lady came.
School.
Shout out Nikki Arvin,
Yeah.
big friend of the show.
Glad to see the Arvins come out there. This will be
That's
the
right.
first episode
Yeah,
since
that's
the
right.
live at
Yes,
Hopf's.
we had an absolute blast
That was a
over at
good
Hope
time.
Equipment.
Yeah.
They gave us the 4-star treatment. We handed out a shit ton of donuts, by the way.
Yeah.
I drank probably 5 gallons of coffee that
Oh, I
morning.
was
Yeah.
I was shaking like a leaf till like dinner time. But yeah, Saturday was an awesome time. I had a blast. Got to see a lot of people that I haven't seen for a while. And synchronicity,
Oh.
You're going to hatch up this old
it
wound.
blew my mind. Casey.
I witnessed it.
Like, David was right there. And, like, we had told a story amongst us gentlemen at Hopf about another gentleman that I probably haven't spoke of or seen in a long time.
Many, many moons.
And then after we left Hopf Equipment, Smoke Daddy and I took a run over and seen our boys, John Boy and Bradley, over at Merkley's.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
To hook us up for some road snacks and whatnots, and just to say hi. And me and Dave, which I kind of felt like I left you out, but it's kind of like one of those you had to be there to do it. But like me and Dave, we split a 30-pound box of bacon. Just so you know. I'm sorry. I should have told you that if you wanted to go 3 ways, we could. We could have a 3-way if you wanted to on the bacon box, which I still have several amounts, a lot of it left.
No, don't come back at me now.
That's fine. Anyway, I
I
didn't want
have
to.
several amounts of the bacon.
I didn't want to split
Very
it.
nice.
I like it, but I didn't want to split. I didn't want to split it with you anyway. But that guy that we were talking about in the story
That we hadn't seen in
that
many
we haven't
moons.
seen
I've never
forever,
seen him in my
he was at Merkley's.
Walking in the same time we were.
So
And I
that
told-
would probably
it-
be synchronicity.
Yeah.
It stopped me in my tracks, and I looked at David and I said, "Holy effing cow, Dave!"
I think that's actually what it was, except he didn't bleep it out.
Yeah.
But you know that story that we were telling you about in Hopf?
You're going to have to jog my recollection.
He wasn't there
You
yet.
weren't there yet.
Oh, okay.
About the guy, and he's like, "Yeah," and I said, "There he is, right there."
Hey, by the way, are you
Yeah,
an
you-
Apple Watch guy
You
now?
like it?
You're on the Apple Watch
I
mafia.
am. I actually got my wife's. I got the warden's hand-me-downs because my mother-in-law
Hand me down.
my mother-in-law had one. She didn't like it, so she passed it down, and it was the smaller one.
Yeah.
And Justine, she switched over because it was a newer model also. So I got the leftovers. But yeah, I like it. It's growing on me. I'm not going to wear it all the time
Big watch guy.
because no,
He's
I'm not.
sophisticated
I'm
now.
not.
Hardwood mace.
Oh, hardwood mace.
I am not.
Got to be able to time
Hey.
them kids.
By the way, I heard the head Raiders varsity job's open up.
Yeah.
Do you need
No.
help putting your name in
No,
there?
sir. I have no desire for such position. But other than that, my week's good. I'm absolutely stoked beyond means for this coming weekend.
Yeah.
And I love it. I'm ready to
Yeah.
rip.
Smoke, what about you?
Weather's been crazy the last week or so.
Hey, let me cut you off real quick.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thoughts and prayers, T's and P's for all those tornado folks in somewhat southern Indiana.
Yeah.
Sullivan, Indiana got
Yeah,
absolutely hammered.
Yeah, it did.
Whiteland, a few communities over in Illinois. A lot of storms going down this time of year. It's part of it. We were on the edge of the fringe of Tornado Alley, but if you're listening somewhere out there and if there's anything that the Dutchman can do that our schedule would allow the help, Casey's busier and shit, but hit me up. I'll help as good as much as I can.
Yeah, appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Smoke. Sorry.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Damn it.
Weather's been crazy. Kind of made my wife and I, the missus and I, we had this week planned to a T because we, as we've been talking about, have the overnight Dutchman thing. Baseball games for 2 of the 3 boys. And so Jenna switched her schedule around because we had to do concession duty. And so,
Which, by the way, AT&T has had a
it's been weird.
God, it's been terrible. If you have AT&T service carrier out there, you need to ditch them hoes. You need to ditch them hoes and jump on the V-Wagon because
I might need
I ain't
to.
never had no problems with Verizon. But I tried to call you like 6 times.
I never even knew.
I know. And then I got a hold of the warden, your warden, and I texted her and say, "Hey, is David's phone broke?" And she's like, "Well, he's working concessions." And I'm like, "Oh."
So we were supposed to
oh,
tag
boy.
team that with another baseball family, and then the game got rained out and rescheduled the next day. And the salt to the wound was her original schedule would have allowed her to be there that night, but she switched it up due to the original schedule of the baseball game. But
Because
I'm
Mother Nature's
here
a fickle bitch.
to tell you, I had a 5-year-old that don't give 2 shits about nothing.
Wild Bill.
Amen.
He was running around there. I had Weston, the middle boy. He was trying. He just wanted to help, but there's 3 people in there.
It's
You
tight
can't.
quarters.
You don't.
in there.
It's just you're not going to help,
It's a
son. You're in the
small
way.
burger shack.
But it wasn't bad.
Good deal.
It's well organized.
Good deal.
The one down that I'm used to down by League Stadium in Huntingburg, it's got a big window. Oh, you can watch, but you can't watch. You can't see a daggone thing if your kid's playing out there, unless
No.
maybe you're a short person.
Yeah.
But I could watch the game, so I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to volunteer to pick up
that's not what I'm
everybody's
hearing.
evening.
That's not what
But
I'm hearing.
it was the best concession experience I'd ever had, and
Nice.
even going so as far as my wife not being there to for me to be like, this is bullshit. But it went pretty good. Went pretty good, and the 8th grade boys got a W out of it, so that was
Amen.
good too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all
Casey,
I got.
What's up?
Fellers, I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Yeah.
It is good. I love it. Probably one of my biggest downfalls, and maybe this is a topic for someday, but I have to stay busy.
Yeah.
I have a dangerous mind.
Hey,
an idle mind is a dangerous mind.
An idle mind's the devil's playground.
Yeah, and I mean not to that extent, but I don't sit there and
That's
think
what I'd
about
say, too.
harming
Yeah.
people. But I don't have to have an idle mind for that. Sometimes that just naturally occurs. But
You got that dog in him.
Got that dog in him.
I got to stay busy. So, but anyways, things have been good. Wife has been a super champ. Retman's growing. Zoe's growing. When this plays, I'll have a 5-year-old, which is I can't believe.
Hey,
it's amazing.
They just keep coming
Yeah,
faster, brother.
It does, and
When we were earlier, before you got here, I showed up earlier to help Dave with the fire, the fictional fireplace back here.
Yeah.
The fake fire.
And Wyatt was out here in the driveway hitting dingers with the wiffle ball bat, and he was wearing some shorts and a t-shirt, because it's kind of a warmer day. Not really, but I don't know. He's not wired right, I guess, because his last name's Smoker. But I said, David, when did your son turn into a young man? And he said, I know. It's wild.
Yeah.
It is wild.
I will share a story. So our game this week, we got into a little bit of a jam.
I heard you had to dig one up.
The wheels kind of fell off.
Had to go to the back 40 to pull one out
The
here.
wheels kind of fell off a little bit, and we had a situation. We were going to go to our third arm of the night.
Talk about clutch.
Gonna go to the third arm of the night, and first or second pitch. Next thing you know, we thought he all popped his Achilles.
Oh, God.
Turns out it was a cramp. Well, he tries to start stretching, and then he tries to throw a little bit. And I'm standing out there, and I'm like, these parents think I'm dumber than a box of rocks. Like, this is just a terrible, just need to keep it moving. And it got to the point I'm kind of looking around, and I'm like, smoke at you, brother. You ready? Nope. I said perfect.
Good
deal. Have fun. And he came out, and he
Absolutely threw fire is what I heard.
One run got through, and that wasn't his run. One run got through there, and other than that, he shut it down.
Good deal.
Bases loaded with
Good deal.
1 out, maybe 2 outs, and he just battled through. And
Clutch.
in the next inning, he pitched a clean slate.
Hey.
And,
Yeah.
Proud dad moment.
Yeah. It is.
was.
Yeah, it is.
He did a real good job. He was not excited about it, but he did a real good job. So I think coaching is all about empowering kids.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
in
all
situations-
coaching.
And
yeah.
in situations where they
Situational.
don't think
It's
they can
situational.
have success, just go out and try.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah, just go figure it out.
honky.
Yeah. So
Giddy
I
up.
like it.
it's
Hell
good.
yeah.
But no, things have been good. I'm excited where we're at. The Liz Wortman interview was great.
Yes.
Liz is great. It's
Lot
been a
of
great
good
response. I'm kind of worried because tomorrow is Good Friday, and that means our buddy John Boy gets
Oh,
off the
boy.
wagon. Katie barred the door.
Katie barred the
weren't-
door.
We were barely in the door at Merkley's.
He looked
1 week,
1 week.
boys!
1 week. Like he looked. That's the first thing he said. It wasn't like, oh God.
and it
or-
wasn't a slow time. They had them lined up down the counter and
You
around,
could
and everybody
you could
looked.
barely get out of the the
Yeah.
parking lot. Like we had to park over by the kill room. Like
Yeah.
we had to walk to get in, and
You
we didn't
didn't
even
come in through the kill room.
As soon as he sees us walk in the door, yeah, like he's got 17 pounds of meat per hand. The big monstrous feller.
Yeah.
And he looks right at us, and that's the first thing he says. 1 week. 1 week.
Well, we saw. Well, because here's another thing.
Good for him, by the way.
The Dutchmen and their ladies. We suited up and did a little trivia on
Yeah, we
Saturday
did.
night. We at the final round we
Freaking
ended in the
flamboyant.
second tie.
Man, the warden was
tied
hot.
for second place. Well, I had 206 bones right.
Yeah.
And none of the medical professionals were like, "Oh, that can't be right."
Yeah.
I'm like, anyways,
Missed
so
opportunities.
We lost the tiebreaker there, but
Yeah.
we saw Bradley, and he goes, when John Boy gets on the wagon this long, it's almost like a bull in a china shop.
Oh, God.
Like just
I
ready
can't
to
wait.
go.
We might have to do a pre-show talk
Yeah.
just so we don't, just to get all that out of the
round
way
two out of the
before
way.
the real
Yeah.
show.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
So I think it's that time though for us to sneak into hour one.
Let's
Smoke.
do it.
Let's hop right
Let her
into
eat.
it. All right, everybody. So
Uh-oh.
today,
New sponsor alert.
episode 124.
New sponsor alert.
Hour one is brought to you by our friends at Toys Auto Parts in Huntingburg.
Yeah. It's a
Conveniently-
family affair.
Oh, yeah. Conveniently located on the busiest dang road in DuBois County, Toys has everything you need to keep your automobile running. Proudly carrying Parts City Auto Parts. Head inside and see Angie and the gang. For over 60 years, Toys Auto Parts has been part of the community. The family-owned operation has quality parts at the right price. Toys also assists in changing windshield wipers, checking batteries, and scanning your vehicle to determine why the dang check engine light is on. Always a friendly smile and hello when you walk in the store. Visit our friends at Toys today.
Hell yeah.
Jerry Bear and Garrett,
Angie.
Angie,
John Boy.
Yeah.
The Tins.
Tell you
Yeah.
the truth,
They
we
got
was
a whole
out there. We had to
squad.
stop in
Miss
there
Haley.
Saturday, and old Big Mace here hot behind the counter to check a battery.
Every now and then.
Believe grab an oil filter as well.
Yeah. So I maybe spend a little time behind that counter.
We're gonna end up with another Employee of the Month plaque back
That's
here.
okay. That's okay. That's
well,
okay.
and hey, we don't want the listeners to worry. We had another, as we said, this episode is also sponsored by Bob's Liquors.
Yeah.
The guys down there have come on board. Our buddy Chops and Velpin, they have not gone anywhere.
No.
If anything, we've just moved
They're waiting in
their
the wings.
support down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
And our buddy Krigo, he's not mad at us.
No, this is how these things work.
This is just business.
It's business.
We're growing a little
Yeah.
bit.
We're running a business.
Well, I would, yeah.
We
No,
want
we
you
are.
to support the people that support the Dutchman. And to do that, we got to let you know who that is.
I think
Yeah.
we said that 15 times over at Hopf Saturday.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Like we support those who support us.
Well,
and that's
when
where
I was-
we're at.
I was talking to Glenn Hopf.
Yeah.
And we talked to him there a little bit. And
Yeah.
He was ecstatic that we were there.
Yeah.
And
It's a good time.
we just told him, it's like, we got Kubotas, you got a Cub Cadet.
Yeah.
Like, we use your
Like
guys'
literally.
product.
Echo leaf blowers. Like I'm all in.
And I was just at Toys. I tell you, the service at Toys that I got this week.
Top notch.
Shout out to my buddy Jerry Bear.
Oh, yeah.
Had a battery go out. From when I drove home, parked, went inside to change because probably heading to practice, like 15 minutes.
Battery dead.
Battery dead. I called Jerry Bear. Jerry Bear goes, I'll get you one. Not a problem. I'll have it out on the porch at home. I swing by, pick it up, drop it in,
Isn't that awesome?
take the dead one out, take it up there. Garrett was
charge.
there.
Yeah.
Took care of it, and it couldn't beat it.
Love it.
Couldn't
you
beat
can't get that stuff many places anymore.
No.
that's
Not
the
that
beauty.
kind of treatment.
That's
No.
the beauty of
That
it.
is the
That
beauty
is
of
the
it.
beauty of it. We love that. You know what my first topic is?
Let's hear it.
I absolutely hate automated answering services.
Really?
Yes.
I love them.
No.
Yep.
Today.
I hate people.
Yesterday. Having some scheduling and logistics issues, not necessarily issues, concerns to address with our. So you will be listening to this in past tense. So we're staying at said hotel in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
We have some things going on that the room that we're staying in Indianapolis, it's going to take some work to kind of prepare for the Dutchman, let's just say. Because we're shooting a I do believe it was referred to as the Mammoth.
The Mammoth.
The Mammoth interview that we've had so far, which is awesome, by the way. Cannot wait.
And that doesn't discredit Liz,
No,
Arlo, Chase
no,
Bland,
no.
Merkley boys.
Somebody from not around here.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
Not from these parts.
Yeah, first
Not-
one that's
not
kind
a-
of a stranger to the.
Not a tri-state treasure.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. How about that?
Tri-state treasure. I love it.
So when I look up their telephone number on the old interwebs and they give me this telephone number and I call it and it says, "Thank you for calling." Press 1 for reservations. Press 2 for all the other bullshit that nobody wants to talk to you about. Press 3 for the operator. Hold for 9 de español and de 9 dos. Or, it's like, I cannot stand it. Like, I want to talk to a human being with a heartbeat to where I can relay my message and then they can transfer me to the person that can help me solve my conundrum. Yeah. That's what I want.
Well,
I absolutely cannot stand it, Casey
I
Lindemann.
get it where you're at on that. I guess I just spend so much time on the phone with people. It's just sometimes the automated push a button here.
I felt like a
there.
total dick when I called that first one because I looked up their phone number. No, that's wrong. I looked up the hotel, and it shows up website. Okay, and because I Googled the exact hotel and location that we were staying at, and when I go to their website, I just assumed that the telephone number that was provided.
No, you're going to the central calling hub.
Yes, like you're going to the call center.
There's a certain pizza establishment.
Oh, yes.
In
Pizza Hut,
Huntingburg.
I'll say it.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
And I told the old boy behind the counter.
I remember this conversation, and
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So when I call...
That part bothers me. I don't
Yes,
mind
thank
getting
you.
to a bank of services
Gotcha.
where you can get all that out.
So when I called this number today or yesterday or whatever day it was that I called, and they said, okay, yeah, and I said, I want to speak to somebody at this specific property. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. So they connect me, right? And I'm saying, hey, I'm calling to inquire about a reservation for David Smoker. And they're like, we don't have that. So then I said, what about the Wondering Dutchman? Well, no, we need a name. Okay, well, what about Warden Smoker?
That's
I'm
not
sorry,
his first name.
I'm sorry, sir. We don't have any recollection of your reservation at this property. And I said, well, am I speaking to blank, blank, blank?
Yeah.
Blank, blank, blank street in Indianapolis, Indiana? And she's like, no, we are blank, blank, blank. And I'm like, well, can you connect me to the first hotel that I wanted to speak to? She's like, no, I don't have any way to do that. You need to hang up and call them. And I'm like, I did. And this is the effing number that's
how I got to you.
That's how I got to you. And then she's like, well, I don't know what to do. You need to hang up and try to get a hold of that property because I don't have the ability to transfer you to another property, even though we're the same company. And I'm like, listen, ma'am, I know this is not your fault, but I just want you to know that this whole automated phone system that you guys use and your customer service effing sucks. But with that being said, I just want you to have a great day.
I'm glad you gave them my name before that scathing review.
I just want you to have
when we show up and we're standing in the parking lot,
Yeah.
They've been
There's
farting on our pillows, so we're going to have pink eye the next day.
Yeah, but I prefaced it by saying I know this is not your problem, but I just want you to know that your customer service and this whole automated system sucks ass, and I hate it. But have a great day. Thank you. And she said, hey, you try to have a great day too. Thank you. And we hung up.
Well, it really sounds like you guys left as friends.
Yeah.
I know. But like, have you ever had that situation before?
No.
Like, no way, dude. I hate it. CVS. There's another one. CVS, like when you call, I can't stand it.
I guess
I cannot
I guess
stand
I just don't handle that much stuff where I have that headache and aggravation.
That's weird that that's your topic today because I typically hate the automated service because I feel like it's wasting my time. But today, I'll let you know, Wanders. I mean, today just felt like one kick in the shins after another. Just like all day. Nothing serious. It wasn't like, hey, your house burnt down. But it was all these little, like, are you kidding me type of things that just kept rolling every 45 to 75 minutes. And for some reason or another, I had got on my... occasionally I'll check through my health insurance website because of the CPAP stuff coming through. You know, I'm just trying to be sure I'm covering everything.
Yeah.
And I see approved you owe $400. And I'm like, what? Nothing to do with the CPAP. It was like a pharmacy charge. And I'm like, what is this? So I call the missus and tell her. And I was like, it doesn't say anything. What do I do? She's like, can you call him? I was like, call CVS. She's like, no, call. And I was like, the doctor? She's like, the insurance company. So I call him, the number on the card, and sure enough, please enter your birth date and 2-digit month, date, and 4-digit year. And I'm doing all this. I'm like, here we go. And I'm driving home. I got Wild Bill in the back.
Super safe.
And, I got the hands-free Bluetooth and the old silver bullet out there.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so really quick, I get onto the insurance people. I'm like, yes. And I tell her what's going on. She's like, whoa. We're Anthem. This is insurance. You're talking about pharmacy. That's a whole other can of potatoes. And I was like, oh, well, can you patch me through? She's like, well, no. I'm like, oh, here we go. But she ended up, she could patch me through.
Freaking
she patched me
man.
through. And that happened in the Wits Bottoms. And I finally got to talk to a Janelle about the time I pulled in my driveway.
Unbelievable.
But for some reason, since I was in the truck, it was okay. And Janelle was super helpful. She took care of all the questions. Come to find out, it wasn't a bill. It was just a
EOB.
something like that, yeah, that didn't exist. So, but today was my first, of my recollection, good experience. Because it was either talk or enter. Because you know what happens when you say your name. Like, did you say Dale from... Nolland? No.
He's a gay factory worker.
But it said, please say your birth date or enter on the keypad. So I was able to. So they had their shit together. But anyway, it's weird you had that.
Man,
because
I can remember the warden, and I'll just leave it at that. You guys, it's all up to your imagination from there. But I can remember a time in the warden's life where, like, if it was Verizon or those poor people at Insight or Spectrum
I
Internet.
have lost my mind on Verizon.
Yeah,
people,
and I'm
because
telling you,
of the
man,
wait.
and it's sad that you have to get that way with people.
If you ever worked for Verizon in around 2007 to 2011, I'm sorry. It's probably me. And you didn't deserve that.
The funny thing is, though, is I think the people that are in this customer service world, like, they have to deal with it on a regular basis. That they can judge the phone call by, like, because you know that they're hearing the pre-recorded shit before. Like, even if you're sitting there, like, please enter your birthday, and all it is just zero. Like, just somebody hammering zero, waiting for the operator. Stupid motherfucker. God damn. You know what I mean?
We do not
Just
recognize.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not get that. And then they play their whole menu option over again. And I'm just like, you son of a bitch. You know, like, I'm losing my mind. And then that God-blessed elevator music that they play when you're on hold. I can't do it, man. You call me old school. Like, call me old school. But, like, if I have a question and I pick up the phone and I call somebody, give me a normal-ass human being. I want to talk to a human.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I mean, fellas, I can appreciate it. And my wife, if she would listen to this, would probably be like, you're full of shit. I spend all the time on these call services.
Yeah.
But, I mean, my theory of it is I go out and work for the insurance. You can take care of those problems.
Hey, and you know what?
I might catch a little flack for that, but...
To hammer your point home, too, if I order a pizza, I want to talk to a person that works at the pizza place.
And I will say, like, I bypass the phone if I can do the majority of my stuff online.
Yeah, which we did that.
When I updated my phone, it was easy. They sent me one new one. Hell, I set the thing right beside it. And
I've done that too.
And rolled right through.
I've done that too. And like when we went to Louisville on our little spring break deal, we ordered Qdoba over the internet, like on the internet machine. And that was pretty flawless and foolproof. Well, that was pretty neat.
I was going to save this for a topic, but we took the youngins down to Sam's Club in Evansville, and we used the scan and go.
Justine
with
does
your
that
phone
a lot.
right in there, put it in the cart with the kids, and we
Mm-hmm.
rolled right out the door. that feller there scanned a couple, scanned that.
You
hey, you're all
probably
good.
obviously didn't buy no liquor or nothing.
No.
Yeah. See, that's what usually hangs us. Like we'll do the whole order, and then like I'll just randomly throw a couple cases of Busch Light in there, and then you got to go through to do the ID thing for that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it was because I told Janelle, I was like,
but
the
that's
kid-
not an
the-
automated answering service.
No,
I'm
but
all about
it's just
that.
the,
Integrated
using the
systems.
technology, using
Yeah.
the phone, texting for your meals, stuff like that, curbside things.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A app. I'll be at Sam's Club on the east side. Put in my order. They'll say, "We don't have you here yet." Oh, I'm here. You just not finding me. Walk right in. It's sitting there, ready to go. Boom, out the door. I never sit and drive through at Chick-fil-A.
I wouldn't either. Those creepy bastards.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
All right. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else?
No, I just hate automated services, and I think if you have one, you should quit it and pay some fine folks and get some jobs to have people that are humans that have a heartbeat to talk to people on the phone.
All right. So here's how I'm going to start mine.
Okay.
Not to just gloss over what you just said.
No, I'm
but
good. I'm ready to rip.
in the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better known the truth of
Wrong from right.
Because the eyes of a ranger are upon you.
Anywhere you go, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where a ranger's gonna be.
So I've gotten onto this where I have put
Believable.
I have put a TV in my office. I've acquired a TV. And I had an old Amazon
Good
stick that I put in
God.
there, and I put that bad boy in there. And I had it for March Madness. I watched baseball in there. It is
Are you
excellent.
allowed to say these things?
I don't know. They know I got it in there. So anyways, the afternoon on Get TV,
Get
Walker,
Get-
Texas Ranger.
Walker Texas Ranger comes on at 1 and runs all the way through 5 o'clock.
unreal.
And I'm sitting there watching Walker, and I love it.
Hey,
I got the boys watching Walker on the antenna about a year ago.
Trevette, the whole squad.
Oh, when he does the Hayes Cooper like flashbacks, and you're like, oh my god, that looks like Walker. And then that lone Western frontiersman that's black looks exactly like Trevette. And then the old dance hall girls, Alex Cahill, like it all just flows together and it's great. But what I wanted to talk about is obviously we're all fans of Walker.
Duh.
And if you're a fan of Walker, I appreciate you.
But and if you don't like Walker, then
yeah, there's
Kick
the door.
rocks.
kick, pound sand.
Yeah. So
F them and feed them fish heads.
But like, here's the thing about Walker. Like, I feel like today's television shows go into that like mental psyche of a criminal or the forensic side on it, and you just don't have that good old boy that comes in with the light colored cowboy hat that kicks the ass of the guy in the black colored or the dark colored cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Anymore, it's not
Yeah.
the simple bravado of Chuck Norris coming in.
And kicking ass.
Whipping ass.
Jumping
I mean-
that Ram pickup truck.
Well, or the GMC for those of them keeping score at home. So, like, I guess the thing is like, so now, like, I'm starting to discover.
Trevette drive a GMC?
I think he had I think there's a GMC for the first seasons, and then somewhere in the middle it switched to the gray and green Dodge.
Yeah. So, and, you know, God rest Trevette's soul, because I think he passed away in the last year.
Maybe two, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Cancer.
R.I.P.
Like, so now, like, you're.
T's and P's.
CWs. Sorry.
Oh.
God dang, I love Walker.
No! I can remember. So Walker ran from about 1993 to 2001. And I
Really?
can- yes.
That's it? I mean, I thought it was gone. I thought it went longer than that.
No, and I think like the big thing of it for me is I can remember Walker new episodes as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Like we'd stay up on a Friday night and order pizza or whatever, and we'd watch it, or we'd cook pizza at home and watch new episodes of Walker. But it's just, but I'm discovering some of these old shows. There's a television show called Ironside. And it's a special police detective that was shot, paralyzed from the waist down. But the guy is, last name's Burr. But Raymond
Bill?
Burr, no.
Oh.
Raymond Burr, who played Perry Mason.
Okay.
So I saw it and I was like, whoa. So I catch an episode of Ironside. There's a guy called, is it Hunter? Where his like dad's a mafia guy, but the son is a cop, and like it creates this dynamic. And so I'm looking at all these old shows, but they all have one common theme, and it's there's a good guy, there's a bad guy,
And there's some
that's
asses getting kicked. Hell
And nowadays, these shows, they go like to the forensic evidence and they're like, that hair fiber that was left over there belonged to that other person. No, that lab science geek, that was what made Walker great, because Trevette was kind of that geeky guy, and Walker's like, I got some Cherokee intuition in me, and that's all I need.
I'm going to go kick
Kicking
some
ass and taking names.
You know, it's not about,
God,
there's a fingernail left behind, or there's semen all over the scene. Like, there's not DNA everywhere. But
we found the old boy's jack and sock underneath the bed here. Let's take her to the lab.
But think about shows on TV right now. They all have this like forensic element.
The
Where
freaking A-Team?
Yeah.
They didn't give no shits
No,
about
way,
what they
dude.
it's
did.
the same thing.
Yeah.
They kicked ass and took names.
That's right. MASH.
Oh, don't get me started on MASH. That's another one I watch a lot of.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm getting fired up. We're going to get done tonight. I'm going to turn on that old Me TV.
Chips. We had the conversation about chips. When we brought up chips, did you know that there was a local guy that was he was an extra in the show?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Friend Wally Frick family.
Really?
Shout out to our Frick family. Steve Frick that we gave
Yeah,
the shout
yeah,
out for.
yeah.
His brother, Wally.
Really?
Yeah. He was in the
Interesting.
damn show.
So that's just a few of those shows. But
I
think
watched a lot of.
before you go there.
Go ahead.
Go.
On the forensic side part, but then also like the sick, perverted, pervasive mind of these criminals. Like everybody's seen an episode of like Criminal Mindhunt. Like,
Oh yeah,
listen,
Mindhunter.
this
I love that show.
This world is so bad, and there's sick people in it. There's ultimately super evil people in it. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've represented some of these people. Like, they don't need to be on television.
No.
Because you're just creating some kid that has that same tick to him, per se, like believes that that's part of it. I miss the good old days where you showed up, you kicked ass, you took names, there was a winner, there was a loser.
That
the
was-
good guy got the girl at the end of the day.
That was the whole thing with that whole the Dahmer show, like the Dahmer series that was on Netflix. Did you guys watch it?
Nope.
I did, and it was sick.
Is
And-
Dahmer the guy that ate people?
Yeah, Jeffrey. It was sick and twisted.
Jeffrey.
And everybody was like, that question was amongst my peers was brought up a lot. Like, why would they put that shit on TV for people that maybe didn't know?
Well,
Because
who that-
people watch it. That's why they put it
I
on
know,
TV.
and it gets views, and everybody makes money, and it's like, but they don't. Yeah, we don't need to glorify them bastards.
Here's the killer part. No pun intended. I was listening to a podcast
killer
called
part.
1041.
Yeah, baby.
I was
Todd
listening to that
McComas.
while you were coaching today.
And I was catching up on some episodes, and not that I'm a complete big true crime guy, not as big as True Crime Mace or
I am.
Mason or PI, and that's
God,
not public
Megan.
intox. That's
I would
private
love
investigator.
that. I would love to be
You
one.
could probably take some mail online courses there. Get your certificate.
Sign me up, dude. If anybody wants to hire me for a PI or some sort of a sleuth, I'm in.
I don't know, buddy. You might stick out too
Flamboyant.
much. Yeah, that's what it is. But he was talking about the BTK killer,
Oh yeah.
and he was
What's
talking
BTK stand for?
bind, torture, kill.
Yeah.
And so he was
That a
talking
baby.
about the BTK killer, and it was like he had this huge, like, I think his first kill was in the 70s, and then like all the way spanned like through the 2000s.
Long time.
And he said like the reason he was able to like go for long periods, which didn't fit necessarily the complete profile of the serial killer, was that he had all these trophies, and he would take like weekends away and basically have just this, because it was like a sexual thing for him to, sexual deviant thing for him to do, that it like fueled the fire. It scratched
held
that
him
itch,
over.
per se.
It held him over.
And kept him from killing. And you're like, we put that on TV for some kid that, thinks that like, oh.
Photographs and hair follicles.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Like Dahmer.
Bring
Go
me
ahead.
back the kind of tough, like, let's be honest. Some of the
Nash
fight scenes
Bridges.
with that's another good
Nash Bridges.
one. Holy smoke.
We watched. So my mom has always been like a huge soap opera. Like she watched a lot of soaps. Like if you dared to touch the television, like when General Hospital and One Life to Live, No,
Yeah.
not One Life to Live.
As the world turns.
No, it was General
Guiding
Hospital.
light.
General Hospital.
Bold and Beautiful.
I know for a fact it was General Hospital, and it may have been a little bit of One Life to Live or something else, but I'm not sure. But if you touched the TV, like after school, if you got home and the red light was on the VCR,
Better back up.
you better keep your effing hands off that
I was
remote,
going to say,
bud.
because she was probably at work, so.
I'm talking crates, Rubbermaid totes of
Oh, boy.
VHS tapes
Speaking of dinosaurs.
of like General Hospital, like soaps. Like that was Mom's soaps. You didn't touch them. You didn't fuck with it. You keep your ass high and dry away from it, you know?
Yeah.
But with that being said, we also were network TV family, you know, so like we always watched shows.
yeah.
TGIF.
Amen. Like we always watched our shows as a family together. Like even when my brother was little, we always watched CSI. We watched, which is that whole forensic.
The original CSI,
Yes, with
though.
Grissom, like the original CSI. But like that, we watched Nash Bridges. We watched Walker.
Yeah.
Like all these
Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman.
freaking man,
yeah.
dude. Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, like all these like legitimately badass TV shows. Doogie Howser. Like we watched all of those shows.
Do you
when we
remember
were
a
kids.
show that was kind of a Western theme type deal, but there was some kind of orb? I'm trying to think of what it was.
Do you remember a show called Northern Exposure?
Yes.
We watched that when we were kids.
Yeah.
Wings.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to think of Wings. Hell, you could go all the way back to Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Western with an orb.
It was Western, like a Frisco or...
The only orb show I remember is Ghost Rider, and we already talked about
Yeah.
that.
No, I just...
Donnie Brasco?
No, I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Wow.
I'll have to think about it. But yeah, I don't know, fellas. It was my topic.
I like
love
it.
Walker, but here's like some of you people that are clamoring to say there's a new Walker and it's great. You're full of shit.
Yeah, you're dumb.
You cut that trash.
Yeah.
There's a Velpin bin right over there.
Yeah, we'll put it in
They
there.
didn't pay for this ad,
No.
but we'll go ahead and dump that new Walker in that Velpin,
Yeah.
and we'll carry it down to the road for you.
Yeah, just like, not to compare apples to oranges here, but like there's only one shooter, and that's Bob Lee Swagger in Mark
Oh, with Marky
Wahlberg in
Mark.
the movie.
Yeah.
And then like this whole spin-off, like the season, I'm
That's
not down. Can't do it.
So that's what I wanted, fellas.
Yeah.
And I will always remember that our third and hopefully final child, a little baby boy, born January 3rd, because why not do it in 2022 when it is insurance and deduction wise? But I'm not bitter about that because, hey, everything's been met. Was born during the freaking A-team.
Rhett.
Heck yeah.
Old Rhett man
Yeah.
was born during the A-team.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what I got, fellas. That's what
That's
I
a
got.
good one. I love old TV.
So mine's pretty lame as far as mine goes.
I don't
Typically.
think it's lame at all because
But-
it's almost became to fisticuffs at my house before.
So earlier this week, we had a nice day, and Sunday actually, and got the mower ready to go. And folks at home don't know, but the old rug for Smoker's Lounge got stuck by the garage door a couple weeks ago, and we had a real toad strangler come through.
Yeah.
A bunch of water come up under the door. So
Now it smells like cat piss.
yeah, and so Sunday I set it out on the trailer to kind of dry, and then we got hammered by rain, and that rug's got to go in it.
Oh, it'll wash up.
But it kind of hurt my feelings, and it got me thinking about our house when we did our addition. We had carpet in most of the house except the kitchen, and we don't have a stitch of carpet unless it's a rug or a runner of some sort.
Yeah.
And I thought kids and dogs, and especially boys in
Shit
sports,
and
like you
ass.
can't have the daggone carpet. But I miss a nice, soft. I can't walk in my house without the shoes, fellas, because I got high arches, and I'm a portly fella.
Yeah.
I got to have
You got
some
bitch
support.
feet.
Yeah, along my little bitch shins and ankles.
Bitch shins.
But I can't walk too far just barefooted in my house because of the hard surfaces everywhere, and I just find myself missing that carpet a lot.
I fought tooth and nail the warden. So we lived in a house in Huntingburg. The first house we bought together as a couple, we bought, it was an old home in that neighborhood. and we loved it. Badass house. Awesome. Cool house. I wish I could have picked that house up and moved it to 1025. But unfortunately, it was Bedford Stone, and that just would have been
Hard to do.
problematic. But we had a local feller, shout out Glenn Landstrom, completely unpaid plug with 950 Designs, come out and put like, Jesus Christ, 2,000 square foot and some change of hardwood floor. No, that's wrong. It was not that much. It was a lot. It was a lot of square footage.
2,000 square feet.
No, it was a huge
Hardwood
house.
base.
No, it was a
Hardwood base.
huge, huge house. But I finally got my wife tucked into only doing the commons areas. The living room, the hallways, the bathrooms, the kitchens, that house had a library, by the way. Subtle flex. It was a cool house, dude. It was old, but it was small. Kind of a rougher not rough, but just a small neighborhood, whatever.
You're just down the...
Yeah. Anyway, I told her that I just absolutely could not fathom getting out of bed and putting my feet onto a freaking cold ass hardwood floor. Like I wanted to put my feet on carpet for the first few steps. It didn't work in the new house because there's not a stitch of carpet in the entire place other than the basement.
I will say, as one here that built a house with their lovely bride while they were still dating, at home we grew up with carpet in the bedrooms, and then mom and dad would remodel a room and they put hardwood down, and then bed set on like a rug. And I will always love 500 West. 500 West will always be home.
Yep.
But I really enjoy now in my older years having carpet under my feet. when I get up in the morning.
Amen, dude.
But the weird thing of it is, because that's one of the few times I am barefoot in my own home, is when I first get my feet out of bed.
Yeah.
To get them into my house shoes.
Oh.
To then get
Into
the
my
bathroom.
house shoes.
Stop it.
I love it, man.
I do have 3
I got
pairs
them
of house
too.
shoes. I've got the high tops. I got the low tops. I got the little like
Slip-ons.
kind of take them outside pair. I got these that I wear a little bit, but I love it. I do like hardwood. Dad did a wonderful job in the house when he put in all hardwood, and it looks great, and I love it.
Yeah.
But I like having carpet in the bedrooms. I think it makes it, just I don't know.
So we do have rugs.
We got rugs everywhere, but
Yes, same with us. We got 15
but for some
rugs.
reason to me it's not the same as
No.
carpet with the padding underneath.
The big, so like, what kind of carpet do you like?
So I was going to get into that. So
Are you more of like a
1970s shag?
Are you like a Berber type, like a real tight knit?
So that's
or do
what
you
was in
more-
our house when we bought it. But my grandma back in Wayne County, her house, she put that carpet's got to be 30 years old now.
Oh my God, my mom and dad.
But you never wore shoes on that carpet,
Right.
Now in the last 10 years or so, it's got a little lax, I think. But she had just thick plush carpet. It's not shag carpet, but but it's not Berber where it's real tight. What am I
my
looking
God.
for?
I don't know, man.
I feel like you know what I'm talking about.
Berber, Frise, Saxony, trackless, cut and loop. Like there's
Maybe cut and loop.
there's
is what
so
it is.
many different types.
It's not
of
a
carpet.
shag carpet, but it's a pretty thick, plush carpet.
Yeah.
And like in the wintertime, it's warm and you can sleep on the floor and be pretty comfortable. Now maybe that's because I'm, a triple threat plus these days.
Here, according to the HomeDepot.com, it has a lot to do with the pile.
Which is a padding underneath.
No, the pile would be like the quality and durability of the carpet. The pile height is the carpet fiber, excluding the backing.
Okay.
Carpet will typically be classified as a low pile, a medium pile, or a high pile.
I believe Viv's probably got high pile white carpet.
Wow.
Yeah, some people will say, they're out on carpet.
So we're more of a texture type. A texture type was more of like the hairy type.
Oh, texture's what I'm thinking.
Well, what do you mean?
Yeah, or like the pattern would be like a pattern type.
That's what I would call a Berber.
No, Berber.
Oh, yeah, that's Berber. That's what we
Berber
had.
is like a boat carpet type. and then like a
Swipe to the
texture.
other one.
A pile is like what you
Texture.
have.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. A
You,
texture.
you have a texture like a hairy, like
Yeah,
a like
yeah,
a
yeah.
That's what we had at our old
Gosh,
house.
I want carpet back in my bedroom so bad.
Well, just send Warden Smoke out, and we'll just lay some carpet.
Yeah.
We just put all them. That shit's expensive.
Oh God,
Like,
bless
it's gonna be
America.
there.
By the
for a
way,
while.
if you ever watched a guy lay carpet, it is probably one of the worst construction jobs you could have.
It's insane.
Violent.
How you like your knees are not destroyed.
Yep.
Like,
Kneeing the piss out of them stretchers,
Yeah,
beating them tack. Yeah, no way.
Yeah, we've had great luck over there at Carpet Warehouse. Janelle is that was one thing. She was like, "I want to put carpet in the bedrooms," and I was like, "Okay."
Justine's family, one of their family members works over there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's cool.
So I'm pro carpet in the bedroom, but everywhere else I'm
Yeah.
hard surface.
I could see me though that potentially when the boys are older,
Yeah.
and these, what do you call them? LVP, luxury vinyl plank. We don't got
Oh.
hardwood. We got like
yeah,
plastic planks.
You know the funny thing though, Justine. So like the warden, she was all out on those because of the sound that it makes when you walk on it. Like it's like that hollow sound.
See,
you know.
you
that-
think my
the-
house sounds hollow? I don't think so.
I don't know.
the floor in Mom and Dad's room is like one of those floating,
Yes.
and his
It's a
does
clicky-
that, where
yeah.
it's kind of like that. Ours would
Yeah.
be like the traditional kind of like plank style.
So our house,
That's what ours is.
our
down
house now is solid 3/4 inch
oak.
hickory. We went with a
Hickory.
solid, and it's native hickory
Hardwood
too.
mace.
Yeah, it's native hickory too, man.
Our
From a locally sourced sawmill, by the way, which is
Nice.
cool as shit. Like when we bought that wood, I had to go get it, bring it to the house, and then let it sit for
Yeah,
like
it's
3
got-
weeks.
yeah, it's got
before
a-
they put it down.
Yeah, you
Pretty
gotta
neat.
let
It
it
has to acclimate. Yeah.
I will say, whenever we do the big remodel, the way the technology with like, because like on our we've got like Prego. That's not it. Flooring.
Prego is
Pergio.
You're
No.
talking of Pergo.
Pergo.
Prego makes spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
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 Pergo makes flooring.
It's been a long week.
I
That's
thought there was
okay.
an I in there.
Pergo.
No, it's Pergo.
But that's what we put down. And like, if you see our floor, like
Yeah.
it looks nice. Like
No,
it's come a long way.
The first time I ever did, the first stuff when we had Glennie with Landstrom there, when he come out to the house, we did engineered hardwood,
Yeah.
which was like, it was like a plywood, but then like the top 1/4 inch was actual hardwood. So like it was we did like I think it was a birch, something super dark, and it was textured like to where it looked like it was hand hewn, and it was distressed and all this shit. And you could, like, according to what the salesman told us, like you could get one refinish out of it. Like you
I'll
could
be damned.
actually refinish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Ours, I would love to say that when we remodel and add on the West Wing,
West Wing.
that we would put down hardwood, but
yeah.
like with our dogs and the way our kids tear shit up,
Oh yeah.
that
is 100% why we went LVP, because the kids were still young. And I mean, at that point in time, we had 2 up to 12. And it's like, God, we got like 20 years up.
Our carpet downstairs in our playroom, when we remodeled, we did carpet down there because that's where predominantly where the kids were pretty young when 7 years ago, and it's trashed. Like it is annihilated.
You probably have to do new carpet every 10 years
Oh God, if
if you get that.
not
out
in
of
my
it.
house, we should have done it 5 years ago.
Yeah. You know what we'll do is we'll just remodel together. out there
Yeah,
on
we'll just get like a
1025.
big package deal.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you know what time it is?
Tell me.
It's time for the pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause.
And this pause for the cause is brought to you by Maxie's Barber Shop.
Yep.
Jay Maxie, with over 20 years of experience, is committed to delivering. Good God, this is going terrible. Jay Maxie, with over 20 years of experience, is committed to delivering exceptional service to his clients. At Maxie's Barbershop, you'll enjoy a classic barbershop experience with a variety of services, including traditional haircuts, beard trims, and much more. Good Lord.
It's
What's
fine,
even
it's
better is that you don't even need to book an appointment, as Maxie's Barbershop welcomes walk-ins. With convenient location, Located on 13th Street in Huntingburg, it's never been easier to fit a visit to the barbershop into your busy schedule. Good Lord. Go visit Maxie's Barbershop and tell them the Dutchman sent you. We'll be right back. Oh, here we go. Big thanks to Jay Maxie for that pause for the cause.
I was needing it.
Oh, good Lord. My eyes were floating. Go see him on 13th Street in Huntingburg. Tell him the Dutchman sent you.
You know, hopefully this is about the last episode that we need to worry about tending this pretend fire for the next 20 weeks or so.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
that'd be nice.
Hopefully.
We'll just be in here sweating.
Well, now we might have a lead on somebody wanting to help the Dutchman out with that.
Yeah, because he says he's not going to watch us
Sit here and sweat.
Sweat like hogs, I do believe his exact words were. So hopefully
nice.
we can make
Yeah,
that
that'd
work.
be great.
Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be
Hey,
good.
but more importantly, did you know who Hour 2 is brought by?
Who?
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
Hour 2
Boo-hoo.
is, Hour 2 is
Out
brought
now,
to
brown
you
cow.
New York.
Unique.
Hour 2 is brought to you by our friends at Catering by Meyer.
Yep.
That's right.
Here we go. Here we go.
CTB.
Catering by Meyer,
CBM.
where exceptional food and outstanding service meet. Owned and operated by Brad Brown and Jared Feltner, our team is dedicated to providing you and your guests with a memorable culinary experience. From 1-inch pork chops to honey fried chicken breast, our menu is full of mouth-watering favorites and expertly crafted pairings. Their commitment to quality is evident in every dish they create. Using only the freshest ingredients, every bite is packed with flavor. And with their exceptional service, you can relax and enjoy your event knowing that everything is being taken care of. If you're looking for a catering service that will make your event truly unforgettable, look no further than our friends at Catering by Meyer.
Thanks a lot for that,
And
guys.
by our, it's they, but that's, whoever drafts these things.
No, it's our team. Like, I feel like we're a team with them.
I would love for them to drop off some of the. You
Like,
think
we're part of their R&D department for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have.
I just don't think it's
I
R&D
have.
season right now. Everybody's into the sports. And
I've
You
done
have?
some R&D for them, yeah.
this guy.
We
This
had
son-
their wings.
well,
Well, that's
okay,
not
but what do you?
R&D.
Yeah, that's
Sure
a-
it is.
Those are very well developed.
Yeah, those are on.
There's not
point.
much you can do.
I work in a particular position where I may or may not have the opportunity to do some sampling for more than the average bear, and I'm sorry.
You know what? This podcast was almost as if it was created for this guy to get all the perks and benefits. People
Like
are
right
sending
now,
him shirts,
Picking
all this
jerky out of my teeth. I haven't done that in a long time.
I know. I kind of missed it.
I didn't. I didn't miss it one
Hey,
bit.
what do you got for hour two?
Man, I have
Hour two.
my second R is
R2.
which, hey, by the way, I'm a pro R and WAR and Rod Arn and taking showers. Like, I'm a big proponent of
Yeah, the WER sounds.
that. My second topic is about Netflix binging. Do you do it? And if you do, what's your favorite?
Changes all the time.
I know. When I get done with it, I move on.
Yeah, so I don't know if another one will come, but
I'm currently on Night Agent.
my last Netflix binge was Witcher.
Oh, Justine loves that because that dude, the blonde, the white-headed guy.
Yeah,
She was real hot crotch for that feller. But guess what? The new episode he's not on.
Well, and I haven't. Is it
The
out?
new season, I guess.
I don't think he's
or
it's
the
out.
season that is like they
being produced.
Yeah, they gave the teaser and he's not on it or whatever.
If you want to know which one I binge watch repeatedly,
well, it's Sons of Anarchy.
yeah, I'm probably on the fourth time of that right now.
Yeah, I know, because we watched it a few weeks ago.
And
here,
then,
it was like 2
because
o'clock in the
here-
morning, and like, Dave, why are we still watching SOA from 15 years ago?
I'm not gonna lie.
'Cause
though.
I
Sons
love
of
it.
Anarchy's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
a big fan.
Totally agree.
Do you watch Mayans though?
I never picked up mine.
No.
So they're coming out with their 5th and final season. That's kind of my thing. I watch all the Sons of Anarchy, and then I watch all the Mayans that have come out in preparation for the new
Right.
seasons of Mayans release. And Charlie Hunnam's been hitting around. It kind of hit some of the news sources on Google that there's potentially something where Jax Teller could be coming back to life.
I watched him drive into a semi. There's no way he's coming back.
You could be speaking total Spanish to me right now.
Well, there might be something.
He was the main dude on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I know who Jack. Yeah, but I didn't know he died because I never watched it. Like I know some guys that are like real.
Spoiler alert! He rolls right into the.
Yeah, well, so the whole zombie Walking Dead.
Ooh, I just found out they're still making those until. Well, I guess that's a year ago now. I must have stopped.
So I worked
season
with a guy
6.
that's hardcore into that.
No way.
I can't do it. Justine said it used to give her sweats. Like she used to get so flipped out. Like she would try to. I was still on night shift when that came out, and she would try to watch it because I would, because a lot of the dudes. Like I mean, when it come out, like the season 1, that was pretty badass.
I will say this is another prime example of another show that the first 4 years of it were excellent, and the first 4 years carried it for the less than mediocre. Like next 6,
And because it
like
just
Janelle
ended
and
like a year
Janelle
ago.
and I stopped watching it a long time ago, and it just like they became so like in the beginning it was a great like survival piece, like it just was great acting, it was a great theme to it, and then like as it kind of continued on, like the prison when they were in the prison stuff there, it kind of
I'm out. See, I didn't ever made it that far.
And it started going downhill there. Like the
Right.
best season was maybe. Was it season 2 where they were camped outside of Atlanta?
Which one was when they had Negan, the guy with the ball bat?
That's
with nails?
after,
That's
during,
like
and after the
7
prison.
or 8.
Yeah.
That's where they developed and found these other colonies. And
Right.
They did all this. And
So
all
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, I watched the shit out of it, but like every night when it got done, I'd check all the doors twice. I don't know why, but it just tripped me out. I'm like, man.
I thought I read somewhere that, like scientifically speaking, that kind of zombie apocalypse couldn't happen.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It probably couldn't, and any logic tells you that. But like when it's 11 o'clock at night, and that was my Jim Beam days. So
oh god,
so I'm
bless.
probably quite a few Jim Beam and colas in. So you got a good amount of the
miss that Dave
caffeine.
a little bit every now and then.
Oh man,
I don't know about that.
I do. I kind of miss that Dave.
I
That's
can't-
kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
The warden does not miss that.
No,
Dave.
she don't. But I mean, I wasn't the warden. I didn't have to
Right,
live with
that's
you or,
Yeah.
copulate with you or whatever. But I missed it a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, let me ask you this: Are you so? Let's just say Justine watched. Spoiler alert! She watches The Mandalorian.
Oh hell yeah! I just watched the newest one last
Yeah,
night.
you're a nerd, and that's fine.
Yeah, I
I like that about you. If you are one of those nerdos that like watches said limited release episodes, like The Mandalorian comes out a new one every Wednesday, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you stay up with it every Wednesday, or do you wait till it's
till
done
they all
and
come
binge it?
out and you
Amen.
binge it.
Same with me.
We were talking about shows. Justified is one that I enjoy watching with Timothy Olyphant.
McVeigh,
He's gone.
yeah, he's dead.
we killed him, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Terre Haute.
That's right. I am on Night Agent currently, and it's another like copper show. Nobody really in it that's any of relevance, but like
The Peaky Blinders.
oh, see, that's another big one too. Peaky Blinders.
I started watching that a couple
I
years
was
ago.
Ed Hardy.
The
and-
Last Kingdom.
yeah, there's a couple good ones on there.
I really like the name Killian, by the way. When we were talking about naming said child, which we ended up with Rhett, which is great.
like
Great
Irish
name.
Red Killians.
Yeah.
I know some. I
With a
got
C.
some
We were
back
gonna do it with
home.
a
There's
C.
some Killians. I know.
Oh,
but
there's a
that's their
Jake
last name.
Killian.
Yeah, Jake.
Yeah, Bare
see-
Necessities podcast.
Oh, shout out Bare Necessities.
Yeah, they.
Jake's out and about.
That's right. He's getting it. They're getting after it.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Hell yeah.
But no, I really liked it because I wanted to
I watch Mindhunter.
No,
see. We just
I'm
talked
out.
about that. It's not.
I love it, dude. I don't know why. I know our total genre is different, and I get that.
You're a big like true crime guy.
I am. I love
We
it.
are 3 very different peas stuck around this W-shaped pod, and I like it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
I'm
And
all about. I'm all in on true crime.
Paramount Plus, Mayor of Kingstown.
Never seen it.
So it's got Jeremy Renner in it.
Ooh.
And like
Hey,
season.
did you ever watch Wind River?
No.
Oh my God! Do you like Jeremy Renner?
I mean, I like him.
Is that the guy from the Marvel movies who got hit with the snowplow?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Jeremy Renner. Look up the movie Wind River. Folks at home, if you have never seen the movie Wind River, Jesus Christ, look it up. He plays a like a DNR, like a game warden out on the Indian res in like Gillette, Wyoming, not Gillette, somewhere in Wyoming or whatever. And there's like a little bit of an oil boom going on. Spoiler alert. They find a deceased native girl in the snow. And then like he takes it upon himself to like single-handedly solve the mystery of her death. And it is badass.
Yeah.
I regained a whole new love for the 4570 in that movie, by the way.
So the mayor of Kingstown is basically it's like they almost kind of allude to it like being like a Detroit suburb kind of deal.
Oh, yeah.
And set in Michigan. But it's basically a guy, Jeremy Renner, and then his brother, who I won't spoil it, but he only lasts about an episode or two.
Oh, didn't make it long.
Yeah.
Must have been a terrible
and it's
actor.
the old football coach from Friday Night Lights, the television show, not the movie. They wasn't Tim McGraw. But anyways,
wonder.
but they kind of have like, they're almost kind of like lawyers, but they're not. They kind of mix with the gangs a little bit. There's a big prison there, and they kind of do a bunch of different stuff. Very gritty, a lot of violence.
I love that.
Like it's almost like super realistic of how like the dynamic, because like there's the prison guards and then there's detectives, but that's one I'll watch quite a bit. Like it gets all released, and then like I'll binge it to a certain extent, but. Is there any guilty binges like you're afraid to say?
No.
You lie.
No.
You lie to your teeth.
Outer Banks.
My wife and the middle boy are watching that now.
My brother moved to Texarkana, Arkansas.
Yeah.
Texarkana.
And when
Hey, he came to
He's here, he's
Dutchman
home.
Days there.
yeah, he's home right now. Like we
Seen
could
him
call
at
it,
Sunday Fun Day.
we could have him for a special guest anytime.
Call
We
in,
just
yeah.
call him up. I'd never watched OBX in my life until like the latter part of season 2.
Now you're hooked.
And it got me hard because I'm a huge.
Did it?
Oh boy. Kindy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know the people.
Be careful riding with him.
Son of a gun. But it hooked me in hard, is what I should have said.
Yeah,
it
that's not
really
what you said, though.
hook, line, and sinkered me.
Got me hard.
Come on, John B. Come on, John B. But it got me. It got me. It sucked me in, as
You want to
Justine
know
would
what's
say.
gotten me?
Tell me.
Fire Country on CBS.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's just kind of fire drama, Cal Fire, and it's the guy that was
Cal, like California.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the guy, Max Terriol, who played in SEAL Team with the guy from Bones. That's where it got to
See,
find
like
him,
all
and I
these
discovered
modern, like primetime television. I'm out. We can
it.
tell you.
We don't like I would say we used to have some that we watched, and then now like because we stream.
Yeah,
like, we used
that's
to-
what I'm saying. I'm a
we
stream
used to
snob, man.
DVR
Like
a lot.
I don't see. any of them.
I tell you what, most recently, I think it's probably been 14, 16 months ago. I'd never watched an episode of Sopranos my whole life.
Oh,
and I binge watched the whole series in a winter.
Sopranos is great.
Hmm.
The Wire is probably some of the best.
let's
television.
not forget the most accredited, and people used to rant and rave over the softcore porn aspect
of Game of Thrones.
Yes, and I
I watched all that too.
I have never watched one single episode other than some snippets that some
Oh,
buddies
man,
of
I
mine
loved
told
it.
me about.
No, I have not
Like,
watched
where
the
do you
spinoff
find
yet.
that? Where do you
HBO
go?
Max.
See, I'm out. I don't have
See,
that.
See, if you had
HBO
AT&T, you'd have it.
HBO is the one streaming service that I would like us to have that we don't. So
Yeah.
we have the Amazon Prime,
Right.
and then we
Netflix.
Yes.
You pirate it.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. We may not pay the bill on that one.
Okay.
May or may not. Allegedly.
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 And then we do Paramount Plus. because they had
Concentrate.
so Paramount Plus, and then we did the Hulu, Disney Plus, ESPN.
Yeah, that's a good bundle.
because that's a nice little bundle. There.
I see.
But
I dropped
HBO Max
Hulu,
is
which
the
I
one.
don't like because I lost Letterkenny. I don't like that. Yeah.
Letterkenny's pretty funny.
Oh God, there's shit all over the
I
outside
tell
of the
you,
Uranus.
something that I think has gone away due to streaming
So you're hucking the ball around with your bows the other day.
is miniseries.
Can confirm.
Lonesome Dove.
Yeah.
What was the other one I was going to say?
Dr.
Gosh,
Quinn,
dang
Medicine
it.
Woman.
Band of Brothers.
Ooh.
I just about started that the other day, but I was like, we're getting into summer smoke. I cannot get into that.
If you really wanted to have a good night, we would set Band of Brothers instead of watching Jaws or some bullshit.
We can
like
watch
that.
Band of Brothers in the pool.
We
on the
watch
screen.
Band of Brothers and we throw those artillery shell fireworks down the hill.
I
and
guarantee
let her
you
eat.
that
I'm in 100%.
our wives and kids will be snoring on the deck.
Until we start throwing artillery shells down
That's
the
fine.
holler.
I love Band of Brothers. It's good. So
Yeah.
yeah, hey, that's a good topic though.
Heck yeah. I liked it.
Very good topic.
Bingers. Hey, folks at home, fellow wanderers, what do you binge?
Do you binge?
Tell us something that you are binging or
Or
have.
send some recommendations.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hit us up. Tell us something, some TV. Like, even though our wardens hate it, that when we may or may not sit around on our dead asses and watch TV at night, but
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Let us
Oh,
know
yeah.
what we should watch.
So my second topic, I found myself doing this a lot.
Oh God, I
the
love it.
past couple weeks is I don't even go to Facebook or Twitter or YouTube anymore to watch like original content from
Nope.
content creators.
Nope.
I simply go for the comment section. And we've talked about like rabbit holes, and I've realized that my rabbit hole is scrolling through
Oh, yeah.
the comments. And I love it like when there's some big case that breaks locally, and the next thing you know, like everybody and their mother's an armchair lawyer and they're chiming in about this, that, or another. But I just love reading the comment section because it's scary and thrilling, like, and worrisome, like all in the same
Oh
emotion.
my God.
Because you read some of those comments and you're like, I share the road with this son of a bitch.
I don't understand how to.
Remember the great refuse debacle of late 2022?
Oh, yeah.
The what? Refuse.
Garbage debacle of.
Yeah.
When they were no longer going to pick up, and there was some comments there.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
Like we
remember.
all do. So we got a new one. We got a new one going right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like I can. I feel like I can talk about it without it incriminating me.
Well, if you got to lead off with that, I don't know. It's probably questionable at this point in time of the night.
Well, it's an issue. It is an issue. So in beautiful downstream.
Oh, you're talking about the new thing. Here, I'll just take it from there. So there was a release that they're going to study removing some of those black posts that are in
Yeah,
the road.
what do they call them? I had to look it up today. Barbers?
No, it's ballards.
Ballards.
But it's spelled.
It's a post.
It's spelled bollard, like Boll. It's actually pronounced that
Bollard.
they're ballards. Yeah.
See, I
Yeah.
read it as bollards, and I'm like, man, isn't that what they call nuts in England? But
Bollocks.
that's bollocks.
Bollocks. No, they're
anyway.
ballards. It's the black bumper catchers that separate the road and the parking stalls from the store,
curb.
from the storefronts. There is no curb.
Oh, okay.
You know what would have worked best?
Go ahead. So this is what I love about this, because we automatically, before I've even made it through the press release, we have automatically sprung forward into the comment section, because that is, Casey, that you couldn't have done that any more perfect, because that's exactly what
we
I
don't
did.
give a shit about
We
this
don't give
story.
a God bless in hell about what our beautiful, talented lady that works in City Hall that puts these press releases out. Like, I'll read 2 seconds into it, straight to the comments. Like, I'm going boom
Well,
right
and
there.
especially because it's an election year.
Yeah.
The thing that gets me about it is when I was still on 4th Street when all this was done, and I always thought was like, well, when I lay pavers at home or where anywhere I've ever put pavers, they drop.
Yeah.
That's just the moisture, the water.
Well,
it gets it.
and neither here nor there, but back to the comments section here. But what we were saying is that I absolutely love it.
Well, I love how some people get
Are you a
fired up
fan
about
of the hitching posts? Because that's what they look like to me, like where you tie your horse up.
No,
I've never seen nobody.
it's the whole.
I'd rather you get rid of the islands.
Without me,
It makes it a bitch to party.
without me incriminating myself, the whole thing is a joke. It's a nightmare to maintain.
I feel like you.
I'm doing it.
Just
I'm
did it.
balls deep, and at this point, there's no backing out. But
Well-
it's a very common issue, and
But-
hopefully, it will be rectified in the near future. And I'll just leave it at that, and we'll move back on to the comments section because
Yeah.
I immediately went to it, and the outward belligerence
Yeah.
of some people that what they are saying in the comment section
You would never say to somebody's face.
absolutely blows
Yep.
your
It
mind.
is.
And
It
it's
is.
not a testament of IQ, or it's not a
No.
where you stand. It's just
Yeah.
are you kidding me? In what world or in what atmospheric universe do you feel like it's okay to say what you said? You're making yourself
Yeah.
sound like a fool.
Well,
Holy cow.
It is.
And how they come up with some of the shit that they say that's it's somewhat in context, but that's not even relevant. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
Well,
and when you see those asinine comments,
And then you see them out in public.
no, even better. Well, I mean, yes, that obviously solidifies things. But when you when you're reading these comments and you don't know who this person is, you don't know them, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you read them, and it's oh yeah, well, your mom's a hoe or something stupid. You know what I mean? Something totally dumb like that. And then you click on their profile, and you're like, oh. That makes sense.
Oh, there's those mutual friends that we have. Yeah, that's not surprising. Well,
Or when you're having a conversation with somebody hey, did you read that thread? And they're like, oh, fuck. That was a banger, man.
well, and I love the local ones are the best. And our friend at we'll call him our friend at Dubois County Free Press.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Crane.
Yeah.
Love the work he does.
Yeah.
But I'd love to get his take on this
Oh,
topic.
God. Because some of that
Because
shit,
he'll
yes.
post a great story where he doesn't do anything but just report the news.
Yes.
The
And
fact
some
of the
asshole
matter.
just turns around like he made the decision. And you're like, he's just reporting what they said. He didn't have anything to do with this.
Oh, my God, man.
And it's just and then somebody will respond, and it's just,
It's not only
We
on
probably
Facebook
at the
either.
least ought to have a coffee and donuts with that guy one day.
Yeah,
Matt? Yeah.
we'll hit him up. I love it that so when you're everybody does it, whether you're taking a shit, whether it's on your lunch break, whether a lot of times I find myself either on the stool, making a deposit, or at lunch at the latter end of the lunch, or if it's at night, when
Yeah.
the warden, we have settled into the nest. I'm on the cusp of strapping in to my fighter pilot mask, and she's like, "Hey, love you, babe. Had a great day today. Hope you sleep good. Say a little prayer, do whatever I got to do, and then I'll do some scrolling." It's usually those times, where it's just you can just aimlessly scroll,
Yeah.
whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on TikTok, whatever you're on. And when you watch these TikToks and then you immediately go boom straight to the comments.
Oh, my.
And the first comment is a gif of meet the Roadrunner, and
yeah.
it says it's a gif of the Roadrunner, and then it goes straight to the comments, and everybody's going straight.
Yeah.
Because you don't, at this point, you don't even give a shit what the TikTok's about.
No.
Or you don't even give a shit what the caption of the post was.
No.
You're going straight to the comments because
Yep.
it's going to be an
Yep.
all-out
Yep,
effing
yep, yep.
dumpster fire.
Well,
and I just love it. I love it.
I love the political commentary
Oh, God.
because there are some people that if you're like that in real life, you deserve to be locked up.
Yeah.
Either in a mental institution or criminally. Because some of the things you say, there is no wonder why in our country we couldn't all agree to order lunch without there being a fist fight.
Yeah.
Because you can't, like, and it's unreal. But I just love it. I've sat there and I've done more of like the scroll through the comments on things. And especially like when local news stuff happens, I enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh, God.
I enjoy like when there's like, I don't enjoy this, but like when there's a crime that occurs or something happens.
Right.
And somebody just, that's a good person. You're all full of shit. And then that other person responds back and like, you don't know that.
Oh,
you
no,
don't know them. And
so
like,
there was another.
No, that's my cousin. And
This
you're
was
like,
this was
"Bullshit."
not
And
so
you're like,
long
"Oh."
ago where a absolute tragic accident happened, and where one female was involved, and something happened with a vehicle, and then like. She had, there may have been some alleged things that she had tested positive for.
He gets so into the details on the stuff. We're not going to get too heavy in this.
Yeah, but like there was some.
You can go ahead and say it. I mean, it's all public knowledge.
Yeah, like she had tested positive for THC or something like that, and they absolutely hosed her ass. Like they made her out to be the biggest criminal dopehead in the world. That she may
Her
or
and
may.
Pablo Escobar sit atop.
There she's automatically smuggling freaking kilos of Colombian
She's
bam
got
bam.
her jet license and she's
And it's
runs.
like she smoked a joint 3 fucking days before this happened, and now she's going to prison for the rest of her life. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And it's like people are so quick to judge. Like, and I feel like that's one of the glories of social media. The whole keyboard warriors.
The good and the bad.
Oh boy, do they not hold back at all? But little do they know that there's 3 guys that are just judging the shit out of them when they're reading these comment threads. I love it, man.
I do.
I love it. I do too.
I think it is. And Matt, you're more than welcome to comment or jump on this conversation
because I could only imagine, dude. I could only imagine.
Post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you get the comments not only on the original news article.
Oh yeah,
which is generally.
But then you have side
crowd,
threads.
But then you get into the Facebook comments, and you're like,
the best ones are 95% of the time. The best threads are when like so Matt will post it on the old like the original like DC Free Press page.
Yeah,
and then somebody will share that.
Yeah.
And then that comment thread goes on a whole nother deal,
Next thing you know, you're siding with Aunt Lucy, who brought the dry stuffing to Thanksgiving 6 years ago, about her take on the Mid-State Corridor because it's going to cut off Shirley, who she plays cards and pinochle with.
And I bought a dog.
What the hell was this topic?
I bought a dog from another woman's lady where they tore that old barn down, and
Yeah.
No, the
What a
topic
mess.
was
jump into a rabbit hole there on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter.
And I love it.
Oh.
Comment threads.
Almost, and I love like the ads that get posted on there.
Oh, God.
It's like a real serious like so and so murdered somebody. Come today, join our team, and you're like, what do you do? Just posting that. That's them ads that you make. You make $200 a day working from home. You just got to go post these ads and hope somebody clicks.
Do you?
Dang it.
Do you never get into those rabbit holes?
Honest to goodness, I do on local news stories. But
Yes.
I often forget that there's a comment section on TikTok.
Oh God, David, that's where it's at.
I love it. There was one the other day. It had a picture of a dandelion, and it said dandelion root like cured my cancer or something like that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna bite. I go into the comment section, and there's somebody who was like, I was stage 4, cancer was all over my body. I was given just days to live. Next thing you know, I started taking dandelion root, and I am still here today. And then you'll have somebody else, and they'll be like, fraud! And then you're just like,
Dandelion root killed my grandma.
yeah. Dandelion root's the worst thing you can do. I started taking it, and next thing you know, I
got cancer.
Next thing you know, I was addicted to
Heroin.
amphetamine, fentanyl, and
Black
the whole
tar
kit and caboodle.
heroin.
Yeah.
tar heroin and
from
sucking penis.
I went from an honor student at the local school to
Oh, Jesus.
Slumming it.
stealing grandma's pills to
Slumming
sell
it.
them for
and it's not only it's the stitch, like the TikToks that when people
God.
stitch other ones in, and then like they are like, I can't believe you did that original video so dirty. Like that's a horrible stitch. Like you should hang yourself or something. I'm
Jesus.
like, good God,
Yeah. I will admit, like
Keyboard warriors and social justice warriors via social media absolutely bring me so much joy. Like the absolute public humiliation of one's character. I mean, it makes me sound like a terrible person,
No,
but you know what I mean. But if people don't understand, if you put something on the internet,
it's there forever.
it is there forever.
And believe it or not, we are aware.
Yeah, like we've had that conversation a shit ton.
Yeah.
Like, and the comment threads that we get on our stuff, we love them. Whether they're good, bad, ugly, whoever cares, I love it.
Yeah,
we love the
it's-
feedback.
Well, it is. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you this from very early on.
Oh.
Papa Frank threw away a set of jarts this past summer.
Ah,
Because I
dang it.
wish I would have known. I had a set that Smoke would have loved. They were a little bit rusted, but with a little bit of polish. And
We actually
TLC.
received a video of like jarts in action from a Wanderer, which we love.
Yeah,
Anytime
then Dad goes-
when we have our 1 year party,
yeah, we got to plan that. by the way.
somebody needs
No. I'm pretty sure we'll be on the hook for liability at our 1 year party.
Nah, we'll have it
Yeah.
somewhere. We'll have like release forms and everything
Oh,
ready
I
to
don't
draft.
know if you can release that.
We'll have them drafted.
Bring
up.
your outlawed yard toys.
Yeah,
Yeah, outlaw. Your black market yard toys.
yeah. So
David, I absolutely cannot wait for this next topic that you have because I am all in, brother.
So Sunday, as I told you. So Saturday night, okay, let's back it up. Saturday evening, we, as the Dutchmen, with our lovely brides, went down there for the trivia night. That was a bit of a late evening. So we slept in a little at the Smoker household. I probably didn't roll out of bed till 8:30 or 9.
Oh, heaven forbid.
I made a big old batch of Merkley bacon and a whole bunch of eggs. Got the whole family up because I was the first one up. You know, hey, breakfast is served.
Yeah, come on, dish up.
It was sunny out. It was a little cool. It was a little cool, but it was sunny. But I had my Bluetooth speaker out there on the front porch while I was wrestling up bacon and eggs. And in the sunshine, I was like, this ain't so bad. And I'd remembered that when I was working on that Harley a couple of weeks ago, I found an old, I'm going to call it a parachute hammock. It's like a camping hammock, but it's real thin stuff, kind of what you expect a parachute to be made out of.
Yeah.
And I remember that I'd seen that. So I told the bride, I said, hey, I got to go on the shop and check on something. So I snuck out here and I got that hammock. And I strapped it between the trees out there in the front yard, and I put my Bluetooth party speaker down, and I believe I turned on some, I think, System of a Down radio. was going.
Oh, what a soothing,
So I
very
had that.
smoothing music.
everything was relaxing until that.
So I had her cranked up, and I was out there barefooted in my hammock in the sunshine.
Oh, God.
And I thought, man, Dave, you've got her licked. Sunday morning, belly full of bacon, ear full of old Surge and System of a Down, just a swinging in your hammock in the sunshine.
I don't really understand how it really could have got any better.
It couldn't. Like, it got me so daggone excited. I got the
So
mower fixed and
It
mowed.
only would have made it better if the damn thing would have snapped and he ended up rolling down.
I was real worried about it. We tested them waters because
So here we go to the comments. I am
Breeze through the story, jump right into the
I am
commentary.
really not what you would consider a hammock type guy.
Well, you're a hefty guy, and generally those
well,
things get to limits.
Usually on said hammock products, there is a suggested weight limit, and I've usually exhaust most of them.
You
That's
got to
an
buy a
advisor.
2-person hammock. That's what I
Right.
did.
So, with that being said, I actually went on a canoe trip
Yeah.
with a few of my cold bros quite some time ago. And we went on the White River on the West Fork. We put in at like Edwardsport, and then we went all the way. Our plan was to go all the way down to Maysville, which that's a long way. Didn't make it. We stayed overnight, took out somewhere around Washington, whatever. When we stayed that night, like one guy brought a tent, this guy did that, blah, blah. I had got a hammock from the Army surplus store.
Hell yeah.
And it was one of those like, I don't know how to, I don't know, it was like a Vietnam style hammock, but it was more of like a
Canvas.
nope. It was cargo net.
Oh.
But like a thinner, even thinner than like 550 cord, like a smaller, smaller gauge webbing type deal.
Sure.
Long story short, I woke up and my ass looked like a
fishnet stocking.
well, that or like some sort of basted Christmas ham. Because my ass went through like the grill marks on a nice
On a nice
ribeye,
smoked ham there.
like a nice smoked ham. Like that's what my ass looked like when it almost looked like I just got done sitting in a fat man's arch nemesis type chair of wicker. You know what I mean? That's what. And but I'm all in on canvas or on a hammock if I can find one that fits.
Yeah, I think you got to go for the 2-person XL parachute hammock. They got some of them get up there. I mean, I feel like mine's a 400 pluser.
So Eno, isn't it Eno? Is that a brand? Eno?
I get off Amazon and it probably come from Vietnam or something.
Really? So several of my friends they run hammocks that are like of that brand, like they backpack and stuff like that. I'm almost positive it's Eno hammock. They make one that's called son of a gun. It's like a Eagle's Nest. That's exactly what it's called. Eagle Nest Outfitters. That's Eno. That's one of the more predominant like parachute style.
Yeah, that
single
sounds
nest,
expensive.
double nest, emerald. Like they all, I mean, they're only $25,
Oh, that's not
$50
bad.
for a
That's not
double.
bad.
I mean, they're pretty affordable. You know, that's a nice.
I've been looking for one to put in the Harley that has the rain fly on it.
Oh yeah,
More like a tent hammock.
right.
Yeah, but you're not always going to find somewhere to hang your old hammock.
Why? There's trees everywhere.
You just got to park where you do.
Oh boy.
You ever? I bet Casey's. I bet he's probably never even sat in one.
Oh, he's sat in one.
I've sat in one, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Never slept in one.
No.
I took probably 2 naps Sunday, once before mowing, once after. I bet I spent 4 or 5 hours in a hammock.
I don't like sleeping in a hammock.
Why?
Like overnight, because that like crotched. Like I'm a side sleeper.
I get parachute when I sleep on my side.
How?
What do you mean?
You're all cranked up like a damn banana. Like you're in that side.
I tell you what, I'm pretty
side
sure now that
pose.
I got that daggone CPAP. If I could have a CPAP in a hammock, buddy, just
Look at it.
honey, I'm
CPAP.
home.
Game home.
CPAP changed another life.
Hell, I may just take a hammock and CPAP up there to Indianapolis tomorrow.
Oh,
Just
Jesus.
Find me 2 little pear trees
Lag
out there.
screws, and
No,
just
mine has the daggone
bore a hole
straps. I
through
can
the
put
wall.
anywhere. I'll sleep outside, my son bitch.
I don't think you're
Have you
going
figured
to.
out sleeping arrangements, by the way?
There's 3 queen beds in there.
3?
Yeah. Arlo's just have to ride the couch.
I'll sleep with you,
That's fine.
Dave.
Oh,
or
boy.
Casey, you sleep with me
Yeah.
in a queen.
I'm just going to
We're going nut to butt or butt to butt.
butt to butt. Well, I'm a back sleeper.
Really?
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Wow.
90% of the time I fall asleep scratching Monty's ears on my back.
How? Where's Monty at?
He will lay between Janelle and I.
In
I
the
ain't
bed?
sleeping with Casey. I don't know if I can handle you just, like instinctively trying to
You
scratch
mean
my
to tell
ears.
me that Monty sleeps in bed with you every day? Predominantly?
Predominantly. Like not
In the
under
bed.
covers. He sleeps on top of like our
Comforter.
comforter.
Where's
That
Murph?
pisses me off more than anything.
Murph sleeps on top of Murph will sleep either on the tile floor in our bathroom, or he'll lay at the edge of the bed, or he'll lay on the dog bed.
Yeah, there's no dog. Like Justine will absolutely. She gets mad when Ruby gets in the bed.
Well, see, when Janelle and I first got old Monty Boy, which Monty on April 20th will be 6.
Mm-hmm.
When we got old Monty Boy, she's like, he doesn't need to be up in bed.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was just like, come on up here, buddy. And he always have.
Yeah.
He always has. So he doesn't, like, it's weird because he'll get hot, and that's when he'll usually get up and get out. But if Murphy happens to be up there, that son of a bitch will ride it out.
Yeah.
He will pant so much that he'll
wake you up.
I told the story, like, Rep Man early on. I had like a good night of sleep, and it was the dogs that woke up Janelle.
Wow.
Me, that CPAP, I just kind of
Game over.
I just drop her into another gear.
I told Justine, I said, I don't give a damn if you help me pack or do anything, like, but just whatever you do not let me forget to put the power cord from my CPAP in my bag.
I don't know how you could get your CPAP away from a power cord.
I don't know. I did.
Have you guys packed yet?
No.
Oh, okay. I plan on doing that, just throwing a bunch of shit in the bag in the morning.
I'm gonna like wear what I wear up there, take a pair of shorts to sleep in, and then I'll be so hungover Saturday morning.
I sleep in the skibs. I hope that's okay.
You're sleeping with Mace. You can scratch his ears in the buff.
I have an actual cot. Like, I'm a big cot guy.
No,
you can
way.
sleep on a cot. If you're
No. Like, I was going to offer it to Arlo or somebody.
Little feller.
Sorry, Arlo. You're getting a shaft on this
Hey,
deal.
this is for 3XL size shirts and above.
Yeah. But no, I'm all in on hammocks to a certain extent. Like napping, beach. Like, we went to Mexico.
I'm down here in Mexico.
Sick as a dog.
Maybe it was...
I fell in love.
Yeah, it was
with
Mexico.
a
We went
motel.
on an excursion one day to a place called Xel-Ha. We stayed in Playa del Carmen, and then we went to it was like a
World traveler over here.
it was like an adult holiday world type thing, but like in a Mexican deal. But like it was.
Does that mean like water slides topless?
We did not water slide topless, but we did like swim with dolphins. We went scuba diving. We went
Topless?
No. But anyway, we like snorkeled through the mangroves and did all this shit. You could eat all you wanted to eat. It was awesome. And then like they had this whole lounging area with nothing but hammocks, like on the ocean side. So like you're literally laying in a silk hammock with the ocean breeze blowing in your face
Yeah, it's probably
after
nice
drinking
and
about
relaxing.
15 beers. It was freaking awesome.
I've not had much to do ever with silk, but I feel like it's probably hot, like sweat.
No, I think
Inducing.
it's complete opposite.
Really? I've never had anything silk before. I feel like it doesn't breathe well. Is what
Did you ever have satin sheets as a kid?
No.
I did. They were pretty awesome. They were like red, silky type satin sheets.
Jesus.
I don't know where I got them, but I don't know, man. I like hammocks just to nap, but I don't know. I don't like going the long haul with them. I don't know if I could I don't know if I could use that for like as my primary source of camping gear.
I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas,
What's up?
Is it?
are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm ready.
dog.
Are you ready for some meaty goodness? Welcome to the Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts Questions of the Week for the fellas.
Hey-ho.
Sponsored by our friends and soon to no longer be sober, Merkley and Sons. The ultimate destination
For meat.
for meat enthusiasts. With over 65 years of experience in the meat industry, Merkley and Sons is a trusted name, renowned for their natural casing hot dogs, award-winning deli meats, sausages, brats, and smoked products. But that's not all. Their retail selection is unparalleled. From fresh beef and pork, frozen chicken and seafood, to seasoned patties and cheeses, Merkley and Sons prides itself on providing the best of the best. So whether you're grilling up some hot dogs on the weekend or cooking a hearty meal for the family, Merkley and Sons has got you covered with the best meat in town.
Yeah,
This
they
is
do.
everybody's favorite section, the Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts Questions of the Week for the fellas. And we got to see our buddy Bradley. He
Yes,
spent a little
sir.
time in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, he did.
I think he enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think he had a hell of a
I
time.
think
He told us to tell everybody down there at the Holland Legion, the whole squad, that they put on one hell of a time.
Yeah.
Hell of a good
Great
time.
job, and they will gladly be back.
Well, we can appreciate that.
Yeah,
We can appreciate that.
Can confirm.
So our questions today, and I'm getting to about the end of February.
oh,
So if you've submitted some questions in March, we're getting to them.
Yeah.
I know there's some emailed questions, but I looked through our email
Keep them coming.
and I looked through our Facebook.
Keep them coming.
Do send them because we'll get to them. We
Yeah.
don't plan on going
slowly
anywhere.
but surely.
We don't plan on going anywhere.
Nope.
So today's questions come from Devin Mullis.
Yeah.
So Devin sent some questions a while back into February. Now the first one here is pineapple on pizza, and we've already discussed that.
I'm out.
Well, hold on. But I've decided that I was going to change the question,
Okay.
and I was going to ask, what kind of crust do you prefer with your pizza? Do you go Chicago deep dish? Do you go hand tossed? Do you go thin and crispy? Where are you at on the crust spectrum, Big Mace?
Well, oh my. I'm a thin crust guy.
Yeah. Smoke?
I'm hand tossed, I think, most of the time.
Yeah. I'm a thin and crispy guy.
Yeah.
Kraft mac and cheese or Velveeta shells and cheese?
Shells and cheese.
What do you have? Smoke?
I'm blue box.
God, you're freaking trash.
Wow. I'm a Velveeta guy.
Yeah.
Sugar in spaghetti.
Sugar and spaghetti.
Well, and I think where this comes from is a lot of people that cook, like when you have tomato-based products, because of the acidity in it, they'll sprinkle a little sugar in there.
No.
I'm out on it.
I've never even
totally
tried,
out on
but
that.
I would give it a go.
No.
Doritos on PB&J's.
Good Lord.
No.
What is this kid doing?
I've never even heard such a thing.
God, Devin.
Now, have you ever put chips on a sandwich, though?
Yes. Hell
Chips
yes.
on bologna.
Yeah.
All day,
or
every day.
Doritos on like a ham and cheese or turkey and cheese.
But
Yeah.
you're out on the PB&J.
Absolutely. 100% out.
Hot sauce on biscuits and gravy.
I'm in.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm out.
Yes.
Don't you dare defile the beauty that is biscuits and gravy.
No,
Get
I'm
begun to
in.
defile myself. Where do you stand on runny eggs? Like,
I'm out.
oh man, you take your biscuits
Nope,
and then your runny
don't
eggs
even
on top
freaking
and then
do
gravy
it.
on top of
It
that.
makes me sick.
Golly, Dave.
Raw embryo.
God damn.
Here's another question.
Hot sauce on popcorn?
What are you going to let me read?
Go
or-
ahead. You can.
Hot sauce on popcorn?
God.
Never
I don't-
tried it.
No, I've never tried it, but I could only
You're a
imagine
big
it
hot
being.
sauce guy,
I could
too.
only imagine it being absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder how you do that though, because you
Put it in a bag and shake it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but you'd have your hands freaking covered. Like
No, it'd be a mess.
it looks like you just committed murder if you ate that.
You have to have your lap on or napkin on the lap for sure.
Hot sauce, or no, that's the end of the hot sauce questions. Cinnamon rolls with chili.
Nope. Never even tried such a thing.
Wow. Devin,
I don't know what you're eating.
you are a weird kid,
You
friend.
you got some wild combinations there.
Wow.
I don't know if I ever heard of anybody
I
trying that.
love chili and I love cinnamon rolls, but
this
I would
was
never
going
put
to
them
be a
together.
whole topic for me one of these days because I work with a guy that's a straight up oddball with like food combos and stuff. Big ketchup guy, like real pro ketchup, like
like on
eats.
steak too.
Oh,
That's
I'm sure.
Mrs. Smoker for you.
Oh, good lord!
Mrs. Smoker, as in your wife, or
Yeah.
Yikes! I like dipping Doritos and shit and ketchup and stuff and cheese and whatever, chips and like crackers and cheese with ketchup. That was like a thing.
Always did mustard with my chips and pretzels and whatnot.
Really? Yeah.
well, but you have access to that delicious hot mustard.
Oh, it even was just the Plockmans.
If I ever see anybody eating a cinnamon roll with
their
a bowl
chili.
of chili, man, like that's
Devin, maybe you can message back and let us know what's up with these weird food combos.
That's wild.
But that's what he sent in. So that's the Merkley and Sons Choice Cut questions of the week for the fellas.
Yep.
Probably the only time all three of us have been out on some
we
food options.
are. Yeah,
God
we
dang, man.
Eat it. So
Hey, we appreciate that though. There's
Yeah.
not been too many like what?
well, yeah.
Maybe I'll give it a
What
go.
the hell?
Yeah, we'll
What
take
the
it.
hell?
We'll take it. Hey, here's another favorite segment.
Uh-oh.
Experience the ultimate in outdoor power equipment with the Last Pass.
That's
Proudly
right.
presented to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. Sitting next to Old Glory there is that beautiful
Kubota
Kubota
flag.
Hell yeah.
because the CGI fireplace wouldn't allow us to hang it kind of over there. Hopf Outdoor Power offers a vast selection of top quality products, including the iconic orange Kubota tractors, high performance mowing machines from Cub Cadet, Polaris's impressive side-by-sides, an extensive range of Echo brands such as chainsaws and weed eaters. By the way, I tried to sell a side-by-side.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Ask
You
a pro.
sold a side by side.
Ask a pro.
You sold
Buy
a
an
side-by-side.
Echo.
Yeah, I did sell side-by-side.
Even though it was a die cast.
It was a die-cast.
Proud of you anyway.
Sales, services, and parts, Hopf Outdoor Power is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor power equipment needs.
Forever.
Whether you're in the market for new or used equipment, Hopf Outdoor Power has got you covered. Fair prices and exceptional services. Trust us, your next lawnmower, tractor, or side-by-side should only come from our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power.
Yeah.
That's right.
This is the Last Pass. By the way, we had a blast over there on April 1. A lot of good people came in. Met some people that have never even heard of the show. Tried to sell some things. I think I was in the way more on the sales part than helping. But it was great. It was enjoyable. I had a lot of fun. A lot of stuff I would like to have. Big Mace, your Last Pass.
I absolutely cannot wait to get up in the morning and leave for Indianapolis to try to experience our first real out of this area podcast road trip. And I am so excited to do it. And if it wasn't for you guys at home giving us the support and the follows and the subscription, subscribing to our YouTube channel and like hitting up everything and like just if it wasn't for the Wanderers, we wouldn't be able to do what we get to do. And I want to first say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all your interactions, reaching out to us, submitting these questions, seeing us out in public, giving us a high five, telling us that you love our shit. Like, it means the world to me, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what the future holds. But I'm absolutely I'm straight jacked to go spend a weekend with the boys and create content and just have fun with it. And I'm ready for softball season and baseball season. I'm ready to sit my ass in a lawn chair and watch my son play baseball and help coach my daughter and watch my other daughter play. And scheduling is going to be absolutely insane, and we're going to do our damnedest to make this happen every week. But just know
It'll happen.
that sometimes it's a pain in the nuts, but we just get done. We get it done. We get
Make it
after
happen.
We get it done, and we make it happen because that's what we vowed to do in the beginning. And
That's what it'll be.
yeah, stick with us because we'll do it.
Smoker.
Well,
Smoker.
here's the deal. That old saying, were you brought up in a barn? This podcast is. Every episode of this podcast we have shot in a barn, even the two that didn't see the light of day. But Friday, we are
that's
going
right.
to be.
There was two. There was one here and one over in Ireland.
That's right.
We are going to be from a swanky hotel
Oh, snap.
with some fancy guests before a daggone marathon race in Carmel, Indiana.
Hell yeah.
And to capitalize on what you're saying.
Blows
It's
my
just-
mind.
Here we have been doing this, three old boys from Holland that aren't Dutch, in a barn
Yep.
with a fake fireplace
That's right.
all winter long.
All
just
winter long.
How we've
bullshitting.
stayed warm is unreal.
Yeah, with this fake fireplace. It's the winter layers we keep. That's
Yeah.
why we're this size.
Stay husky.
But heading north and branching out and going to talk to some big city folk and an
That's
interview and going to show up and support our boy there, Chase Bland at the marathon.
In
We're
the
going to
stable.
I tell you what, we're going to stick out like a sore thumb at that place.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But I'm ready to do it.
I
So.
am too.
And I'm ready to get you guys some videos. I'm sure we'll do a live or two, kind of give you some updates of the race as it's going on,
Yeah.
and let you know how it finishes, obviously. So you'll be seeing those before you see this episode. So I should be saying, hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, hey, thanks for everything. Here we go at 124. So I guess next episode we shoot. The next one you see, I think that's a semi-milestone anyway. 25, isn't that
Hell
thing?
yeah.
Seems like
That's
a thing
the
to me.
Yeah.
So
Agree.
Quarter
Hey.
of the way to the century mark.
thank you for listening. Thank you, boys, for we got a hell of a thing going here.
Yeah, we do. My last pass
Casey.
is in my life someday when I'm on my deathbed, I will think about how stupid lucky I am to have been able to do some of the things I've been able to do, to meet the people in my life that I've met.
Thanks, buddy.
It is
You're welcome.
Crazy to think about this just stupid thing that's come together that we didn't know if it was going to happen to where it has happened to where hopefully it's the start of a budding relationship
Yeah.
that maybe leads to a lot of different things for us.
Maybe my future early retirement.
We are free agents in the podcast game.
Amen.
And I just hope and think that somebody can say, these guys got some talent.
Yeah.
It's going to work out.
I like smelling what they're stepping in.
Yeah, but it also is good that we have not and will not change what we do. We will continue to bring you an episode every week. Although we've talked about maybe a summer and winter vacation where
we'll take
maybe take a week here,
a little
and
hiatus once or twice, maybe.
just to recharge the batteries. But we're committed to the content, and want to say we had a lot of response for the koozies. There's been some running around. You see one here on the table next to our presenting sponsor, Bob's Liquors. We haven't figured out how we're just going to give those away. I know we mailed some stickers, but I mailed those stickers, and I don't know that I want to be stuffing koozies into envelopes and sending them out. So we're going to figure out a way that maybe we're
going to sell them
set up shop
to make $50 million.
$50 million.
Some for $500,000 a piece. But for those of you that are just wanting a koozie, we're going to figure out a way.
Yeah, hit us up. Let us know.
We'll figure out a way. Maybe we'll do a public appearance.
Yeah.
I know our friends at the Gaslight are big fans of ours.
They are.
Maybe we go up and say hi to them.
I do like a Johnny Dart.
I might
some
pitch my.
different things.
I could pitch like my comedy. I could do like a first comedy stand up at open
it's a
mic,
possibility.
and we could give out.
Do want to say we had a trendsetter step in and do a "Show Me Your Koozies" hashtag. Miss Kendall McHugh.
Yeah.
Kendall did a great job running trivia night.
Yeah.
She shared a picture at the rainy, cloudy Bank of America. No, Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati.
Nice.
Catching Cubs Reds right now. But thanks for showing us your koozie.
Yeah.
And
Show us your koozie.
yeah, if you got them, show us. Show us enjoying your favorite beverage. Other than that, I am super lucky for a wonderful wife that sees me for 30 minutes a day, and then we share a bed together. That's about the extent of our marriage right now. She puts up with a lot, and I'm glad she does. And celebrating the
We
little
are
girl.
too.
Celebrating the little girl turning 5.
Amen.
And that's crazy
Zo
too.
girl.
Happy, healthy, grown up. So
Yeah.
God's definitely blessed me. So with that
Too blessed to be stressed.
said, we just had a banger of a weekend in Indianapolis. We're sobering up, and we're out for now. Dutchman out.